For role-based access control, or RBAC as it is called in short, to work effectively, we onboard users and devices, and then we finally map them together to define who can do what on a specific device. So let's have a quick look at what the device inventory looks like. Here I have different categories like ADC, server, DNS, and so on. And in each of these categories, I have the devices which have been onboarded. I can click on Add to onboard an additional device by selecting the vendor, and then of course the service account details for that specific device. Click on Save, and that's it. A new device has been onboarded. Similarly, let's have a quick look how we can onboard users. One fundamental way of onboarding users is by using our existing LDAP repositories. Or we can also create a local service account directly on AppViewX by clicking on Add, providing the user information, defining the user groups, and that's it. Let me show you what an existing user looks like in AppViewX. So I pull a user, which is myself in this case, click on user groups, and you can see I have access to 3 different groups. F5 group is the one which is more relevant, and hence we will focus just on that. I can pull out further details of the F5 group by going to the user group section, and then even drill down to what role I have, which is admin, and then of course the resources, which is F5. To extract further details about role, which is admin, I can simply pull it out and figure out what access control and authorization functions I have access to. In this particular case, you can see I have access to all the functions, which means I am a super user. For example, I have backup and restore capabilities, I can execute control center tasks, run dashboard reports, and so on. Similarly, for firewall, I have all these functions. Lastly, we go to the resource section and figure out what resources I have access to in F5 resources. The access control over here tells me that for ADC, which is load balancers, if I search F5_152, as you can see, I have access to all the objects for this particular device. However, if I search 172, I would not have access to any of these objects because my role-based access control does not allow me access. Then if I go to the ADC dashboard, over here, you would see the devices that I can access are only F5_152. I can click on any one of them, any of the objects. It will pull out the entire hierarchy chart, which will tell me what whips, pool or pool members I have access to, and I can even execute certain tasks on these particular objects. Over here, you can see this shows me I have wide IP. This is the object type. Under that, I have a pool, GTM pool, and then of course I have some of the pool members. If I right click on any one of these, I will be able to execute a certain task, which in this case is view. I can view all these configurations, I can run backup and restore, and I can obviously perform certain advanced tasks. And similarly, it goes on for pool members and pools. This is role-based access control, which allows me access to one device, which is 152, not any other device, and exactly what I can do on a specific device. Similarly, if we go to the resources for the security policies for firewalls, I can pull out ADOM policies. Over here, I have access to all the ADOM policies. However, if I try and pull out ASA, my role-based access control does not allow me access to ASA policies. Then, if I go to the dashboard for firewalls, I can pull out a particular report, and in this I have rules and policies which are ADOM related. And as you can see, for all ADOM policies, I have full rights. I can modify and even delete a policy. Whereas if I check ASA policies, I don't have any access. All this is grayed out. So for ADOM, where I have access, I can click on modify, make changes to the policy, and then even click save. These policies are saved, and then they're pushed even to the firewall devices, which are part of my inventory. And I hope this video was informative. Thanks.